Good evening. So many talented musicians up here. I can't play, I can't sing, but I have a story. I'm going to read you something old, something new. I'm going to take you back to Ireland in the mid-50s, the mid-60s, on a farm in rural Derry on the North Antrim coast. In those days there was no animal welfare. If you had cats or dogs or pigs or sheep and they were weak, they had to be put down. This one's called The Early Purges. I was 6 when I first saw kittens drown. Dan Taggart pitched them, scraggy wee shits, into a bucket. A frail metal sound. Soft paws scraping like mad, but their tiny din was soon soused. They were slung in the snout of the pump, and the water pumped in. Sure, isn't it better for them now? Dan said. Like wet gloves, they bobbed and shone till we sluiced them out in the dunghill, glossy and dead. Suddenly frightened for days, I sadly hung round the yard, watching the 3 sogged remains turn mealy and crisp as old summer dung, until I forgot them. But the fear came back when Dan trapped big rats, snared rabbits, shot crows, or with a sickening tug, pulled old hens' necks. Still, living displaces false sentiments, and now, when shoal pups are prodded to drown, I just shrug. Bloody pups. It makes sense. Prevention of cruelty, talk cuts ice in town, where they consider death unnatural. But on well-run farms, pests have to be kept down. My mate Dave down there says I should pause. Yeah, and I just fast forward 50 years, M25, Junction 23, South Mims. This winter, you know what this winter was like? It was cold, it was icy. If you come off at Junction 3 at South Mims, there's a great swathe of farmland as you go into Barnet. I've been doing that road for 17 years. And this is a poem. It's called The Fox is Sleeping. At the side of the road, the fox lies sleeping. In the heart of farmland and homeland, stretched out as if at ease, legs obediently paired, tail tucked in, snout out in relief. Is he dreaming of days? Spring in his step, rolling with brothers outside the den. But then, a scurried slinking at the sound of a hound, hidden in this grave earth. Shuffling Mother Earth. She will embrace him now, this proud guardian of kin. She will see he returns to earth from which he sprung. And come spring days, she will see a clutch of cubs rolling in the evening haze, wondering where he is, while he lies sleeping at the side of the road. I'm going to read you a classic from Seamus Heaney. It's called Midterm Break. It's not about the loss of animals, it's about the loss of a loved one. I sat all morning in the college sick bay, counting bells, nailing classes to a close. At 2 o'clock the neighbours drove me home. In the porch I met my father crying. He'd always treated funerals in his stride, but Big Jim Evans saying it was a hard blow. The baby cooed and laughed and rocked the pram when I came in. And I was embarrassed by old men standing up to shake me by the hand and tell me they were sorry for my troubles. Whispers informed strangers. I was the eldest away at school as my father held my hand and coughed out angry tearless sighs. At 10 o'clock the ambulance arrived with the corpse staunched and bandaged by the nurses. Next morning I went up to the room, snowdrops and candles soothed the bedside. I saw him for the first time in 6 months, paler now, wearing a poppy bruise on his left temple. He lay in a 4-foot box as in his cot. No gaudy scars. The bumper knocked him clear. A 4-foot box. A foot for every year. This last one is my favourite that I've written. It's going to be in the next book. My first book's called Oh Derry Boy, but don't Google it yet. It's called The Hollow Tree. It's about a place as kids and adults we go and hide when we want to keep ourselves away from people. The Hollow Tree. There is a tree in my memory, hollowed out of mollusk softness, black and burnt, it felt like a cloak, where one could hide from others' eyes, seek shelter, where no one spoke. The tree was in Moyola Park, where owls hooted in the dark, and Boy Scouts climbed the clambered bough to spool and dive in the racist stream, and quench the thirst of summer's dream. If that tree were now still there, she'd be too small, I would not dare sit squat and hunkered in my den. I'd go there now to live my life again. Thank you.